Take a breath. You're not imagining things, and you're not alone in feeling this way. You sense it deep in your gut. Something's changed between you and her. The connection that once felt so effortless now feels distant, cold, like she's slowly slipping through your fingers. Maybe it happened overnight, or maybe it was such a gradual drift that you didn't even realize it until it hit you like a wave. You're not as close as you once were, and now your mind won't stop. You replay every conversation, every text, every moment, trying to figure out what went wrong. You ask yourself over and over, was it something I said? Did I come on too strong? Did I not do enough? The panic starts to creep in, and suddenly, you feel like you have to fix it right now, before it's too late. So you text her again, you call, you ask to talk, trying to pull her back, but nothing works. It only seems to push her further away. And that's the part that really messes with your head. The harder you try, the colder she becomes. I get it. It's painful, it's confusing, and it makes you question everything. But here's what most guys don't realize. Attraction isn't about convincing someone with words. It's about how you show up, the energy you give off. Right now, your energy is anxious, desperate, and she can feel that. It makes her pull back even more. That's why trying harder doesn't work, because what she was drawn to in the beginning wasn't effort, it was confidence, presence, certainty. And that's exactly what we're getting back. This isn't about chasing her, it's about rediscovering who you were when she first fell for you. When you shift your focus inward and start becoming that man again, everything changes. Let's dig deeper into what really happened, why she started pulling away in the first place. It didn't come out of nowhere, even if it feels that way. You remember how it used to be. She was excited to see you, eager to talk, always texting first, making plans, laughing at your dumb jokes like they were the funniest thing she ever heard. The connection felt easy, almost magical. Then something shifted. Slowly, almost silently, she became more distant. She started taking longer to reply to texts. Her energy changed. Maybe she canceled plans a few times or seemed distracted when you were together. And now you're stuck in confusion, wondering if it was something you did wrong. But the truth is, attraction fades when the dynamic shifts, and most guys don't realize it's happening until it's too late. In the beginning, you were mysterious. You had your own life, your own pace, your own rhythm. You weren't chasing her, you were simply being you. Confident, focused, grounded. That energy made her lean in. She had to work a little for your attention, and that effort created emotional investment on her end. But when you started to really care, you may have unknowingly flipped the balance. You started texting more. Maybe you checked in too often, tried too hard to make her happy, rearranged your life to fit around hers. Slowly but surely, the polarity shifted. Instead of being the challenge, the man on his mission, you became available, predictable, maybe even needy. And while your intention came from a good place, love, care, commitment, it altered the energy between you. Attraction doesn't thrive on comfort alone. It needs tension, space, a bit of mystery. That's not manipulation. That's human psychology. When that tension disappears, so does the spark. The good news, you can bring that energy back. Here's the part that most guys get wrong. They think that when a woman pulls away, the answer is to try harder. They send more texts, leave longer messages, check her Instagram stories, ask mutual friends if she's okay. But what they don't realize is that every act of chasing only confirms her decision to distance herself. The more you pursue, the more she feels the need to run. It's not because she wants to play games or because she's trying to hurt you. It's because the energy of chasing makes you seem less secure, less grounded, and frankly, less attractive. When a woman senses that you're more focused on keeping her than on living your own life, she subconsciously loses respect for that dynamic. She doesn't want a man who revolves around her, she wants a man who revolves around his purpose. Imagine someone following you around a party, constantly asking, "You okay? You good? Want to talk?" It's not comforting, it's suffocating. That's what happens when you overtext, overcall, or force connection. You're not giving her space to think, feel, or even miss you. You're just adding pressure. Instead, you need to do what feels counterintuitive. You need to stop. No texts, no comments, no likes. You go silent not as a tactic, not to manipulate her, but to reclaim your power. You stop reaching because you respect yourself too much to beg for someone's attention. And in that silence, something shifts. She starts to notice the absence. She begins to wonder why you're not chasing, why you're suddenly unavailable. That curiosity grows, and in that curiosity lies the possibility of renewed attraction. But even more importantly, you start reconnecting with yourself. You stop living reactively and start leading your life again. That's where real power and real attraction comes from. This is the part where most men either stay stuck or rise above. She's pulled away. You've given her space. And now you're sitting with yourself, wondering what comes next. The answer? You don't wait. You don't hope. You build. You become the man she regrets walking away from, not to get her back, but because that's who you were meant to be all along. Think of it like getting fired from a job. You don't sit on the curb outside the office hoping they change their mind. No, you go work on yourself. You develop new skills. You upgrade. You come back strong, more polished, more capable. That's what you need to do right now. You evolve. You hit the gym, not for vanity, but because how you treat your body reflects how you treat your life. Physical change is visible. It shows discipline, self-respect, effort. Women notice that. You find your passion again, something that lights you up from the inside. Maybe it's work, a project, a hire, a side hustle. Purpose is magnetic. When you're a man on a mission, your energy shifts. You stop being the guy who's waiting for a reply and start being the guy who's too busy making moves. Expand your social life. Surround yourself with people who energize you. Go out, experience new things, reconnect with fun, with adventure, with life. When she sees that, when she notices you glowing, laughing, eating forward, it hits different. It makes her question everything. And here's the twist. By the time she does reach out, you won't be sitting there desperate for it. You'll be grounded, stable, more attractive than ever, not just to her, but to everyone. Because the man who chooses growth over desperation, he never loses. He creates his own momentum, and that's something no one can take away. Let's say everything plays out the way it should. You've backed off, worked on yourself, built a life filled with purpose, confidence, and momentum. Then out of nowhere, she reaches out. Maybe it's a casual, "Hey, how have you been?" or a comment on your story. Maybe she likes an old photo or sends something random that doesn't seem like much, but is clearly an attempt to test the waters. Your instinct might be to jump, to finally say everything you've been holding in, to let her know how much you missed her. Don't. This is where you need to stay centered. The version of you she's reaching out to now isn't the same guy she walked away from. You don't act like you've been waiting for her, you act like you've been living your life, because you have. Let her wonder. Let her feel that shift. When you do respond, keep it light. Be warm but calm, short but confident. No long, emotional texts. No explaining where you've been. You don't need to prove anything. If the energy is there and she seems genuinely interested, don't fall into the endless texting trap. You don't build connection through a screen. You suggest meeting in person. Keep it simple. A quick coffee, a casual catch-up. Treat it like a first date, not a continuation of a broken one. And most importantly, don't bring up the past. No questions about what went wrong. No guilt trips. No pressure to define anything. You're not trying to fix what was. You're showing her who you've become. If it clicks, great. If not, you walk away with dignity intact. Because here's the truth. The goal was never just to get her back. The goal was to rise so high that anyone who left you feels it. And if she's back now, it's because she felt that shift.